I always feel like I gotta give Korra an apology because growing up is realizing she had the most thankless job of all the avatars. I'll always give Aang his credit. He did his shit in wartime, but let's not forget that war started because Aang dodged the draft. My man came back in the final year of that war. That's like coming in the fourth quarter to score the game breaker. Aang was a war vet. Yo, Korra was doing black ops because she was fighting terrorist cells like every other year. The first terrorist cell she had to break up were the separatists, and their leader Amon was a separatist that was actually a bloodbender in disguise, taking away people's bending. Then it turns out the uncle that promised to help her was actually part of a spiritual terrorist cell. Plus, she was fighting another enemy that Aang never had to fight, a writer's strike. And everyone always blames her for losing Avatar line. I did as well. But then I remembered I worked with teenagers for over 20 years. Korra acted exactly like a teenager because she is one. And let's keep in mind, she grew up enclosed as well, cut off from everybody else. And you show me a teenager that doesn't believe they know better than the adult that's trying to help them and experience something similar, and I'll show you a liar. Korra wanted to skip past Tenzin because he was taking things way too slow, and fast track her training with Unalaq made so much sense when you realize, yeah, she's a teenager. Dog, I was with my nephew and some dude came up to me like, oh man, I loved your poetry and I love the videos you're doing now. And my nephew still looks at me like I'm fucking washed. So I get where Korra's coming from, and I also get Tenzin's frustration. And the best quote about Korra losing the Avatar line has to come from Black Nerd Problems co-founder William Evans, because he says, hey man, you lost your keys this morning, all right? You bought a whole new pair of headphones because you can't find that one missing earbud, bud. But Korra never lost the line. Unalaq, her family member that manipulated her and tricked her, is the one that took it away. But even after all that and cleaning up Aang's mess with the politics he left behind in the forming of Republic City, she even fixed off Avatar Wong's mistake of closing off the spirit world. Avatar Wong really said segregation now, segregation forever for the spirit world and the human world, but Korra brought them together. And let's not forget her actions during Harmonic Convergence brought back the Airbenders from extinction. And I'm sure Penman was like, I mean, that's cool if you want to do it the easy way. But Korra kept metal bending the peace on her side because wasn't no peace on the side, because then she had to go against the Red Lotus, another terrorist organization. And Korra had to run one back on the Red Lotus because they tried to kidnap her when she was a kid. And the Red Lotus was like, you know what? Instead of kidnapping her and brainwashing to our cause, let's just straight up poison her and try to kill her. The fuck? And then for 3 years, your girl was walking around with poison in her, fighting PTSD, and still got no rest because she had to fight the rise of fascism. And folks always give Kuvira the win in their matchup. Like, yo, Avatar Korra was the one that brought her out in their final fight. She was the one still walking. Kuvira had to run and get a gun the same size as the battle rappers talk about. And even then, Korra does another favor for the world by using that blast from the gun to open another spirit portal. And I'll never take anything away from Aang, but that man had 3 seasons to fight one final boss. Korra fought 4 final bosses over 4 seasons. As a matter of fact, she had to fight a 5th final boss, the network, because they kept playing in her face too. There's a Tumblr quote I always post when it comes to this, because it said that Avatar Aang was an ambassador when the world needed a warrior. Avatar Korra was a warrior when the world needed an ambassador. Korra wanted to whoop ass, but she had to deal with so much politics and bureaucracy. Yeah, she made mistakes, but Korra went overtime in cleaning up her mess as well as the messes from other avatars. She deserves way more respect.